Good morning, everyone. Happy Friday. Hope you're all having a wonderful morning so far. We are in for another beautiful day, Jim.
Yeah, good morning, folks. Good Friday morning, last punch of the clock, I like to say. TGIF, whatever works for you. We're almost there. And yeah, the weather news continues to look very, very good. In fact, these kind of days, when we're talking about mid-70s, I was saying this morning, I'll say it again, some of the best weather in the nation right here in eastern North Carolina today and tomorrow. I think you can go to almost any location nationwide, and most people say, yep, I'll take what you got over what I got. And I'll talk about that in a little bit. We're going to see changes coming late in the weekend as a cold front comes in. That's going to end the party, quite effectively end the warm party. So details on that. Talk about the Panther game. Any of you headed over there, I'll let you know what you can expect as well. Lots to dig into. We'll do all that in a little bit.
Okay, awesome. Well, before we do all of that, we do have a story out of New Bern, and this one is a few years in the making. Back in 2019, they started construction on a Holiday Inn Express, and over the course of those years, they've been having a few delays with construction. The COVID pandemic caused some delays as well. They are officially open now. They opened last month.
Long time coming.
Yeah, a long time coming.
Yeah.
I know during our morning editorial meetings, we always are asking, hey, when's that hotel opening? And I know that's been a conversation that we've had for a very long time now. So exciting to see that things are now officially open. Those doors are open and people can reserve rooms there. They're looking to have a grand opening pretty soon, but right now you can go on their website and check it out. We do have a story, though, talking about the ways that this hotel could bring more people into the New Bern area.
Nice.
Everyone knows turtles move at their own pace, like this little guy. And for years, so did construction on New Bern's Holiday Inn Express. But after nearly 7 years of delays, the long-awaited hotel finally has its open sign up and is ready for business.
Wow, I think that's amazing. I'm glad it's finally open. It definitely took a while.
The 6,100-room Holiday Inn Express began construction back in 2019, with an original opening slated for 2021 and again in 2023. In 2025, East Coast Hospitality, the developers behind the construction of the hotel, said it would open the hotel in September, but was pushed back to November. And developers say their soft opening was set for December. For residents in Craven County, the extra rooms mean more choices, especially during big events.
I think it'd be a more economic impact because, with the Mum Fest and the Seafood Fest,
It's always good to have some new businesses open up in New Bern, and the more hotels, the better.
The hotel is located behind the New Bern Mall and off Highway 70 as drivers enter New Bern. Restaurants like Saki's, also located off Highway 70 down the road, say they're happy for the opening and welcoming guests from the new hotel.
I think you will bring us more customers here, keep up our business up.
East Coast Hospitality says the reason for the setback was primarily due to the COVID-19 pandemic, labor shortages, and higher cost of supplies from inflation.
Yeah, so great to hear that that is officially open now, and it seems like a lot of people and a lot of businesses are really excited that this could bring in just more foot traffic to New Bern, which is wonderful, especially like the one man mentioned for Mum Fest and all the other festivals in that area during the summertime, springtime. It's great to hear.
Well, one of the things that makes eastern North Carolina really unique to me, all these beautiful waterfront communities. We have so much waterfront real estate and all these wonderful communities, Oriental and Edenton and Washington and New Bern and the half dozen others all along the waterways and the sounds. Wonderful weekend kind of getaways, these beautiful little shops and waterfront attractions. I think it's what really makes one of the key points that makes eastern North Carolina real special. So congrats to them getting that opened up. Look forward to hopefully getting down there and visiting that. And more weekends in eastern Carolina at these beautiful waterfront
Absolutely.
towns.
All right, well, let's talk about the weather now, because that's another beautiful thing that we get to talk about for the next 2 days.
Speaking of, enjoying our waterfront communities, the weather helps when it's good, and it's going to be great. Today, tomorrow, Sunday, we'll get to that in a sec. Right now, speaking of New Bern, let's take you over there, down there from here. Craven County, Neuse River Camp. Boy, is that a beautiful shot. Sun, maybe right now actually hitting the horizon on just off that camera shot to the left. and revealing generally more clear than cloudy skies. We'll be kind of in and out of clouds today, but no rain, and certainly some nice chunks of sunshine at times through the day. And that sunshine, combining with what will be a southerly wind developing at about 10, we'll take that 46, we'll add almost 30 degrees to that this afternoon. I think we'll be close to that. Normally we hit the mid-50s, mid-70s later today. Yesterday, New Bern, you hit 64. Notice the rainfall data there. Year to date, so far we've had under 1/10 of an inch. It's been a very dry start to January, so we come out of a dry December with more of the same, and that means the drought monitor has shown no improvement. It was updated yesterday, and with under 1/10 of an inch of rain the previous 7 days, you know what's going to happen. Let me roll that clock. The drought conditions expanding. Moderate drought status now, just about everybody west of Highway 17. Highway 17 is a pretty good divider on this graphic. You go eastbound towards the Sounds and the coast, what the Weather Service calls abnormally dry, the yellow shaded area. So we're all in some level of drought, in this case a 1 to 2 level, if you will. And you can see central North Carolina, severe drought conditions taking over now, and hopefully we can avoid that here. But we got to get some rain, or that'll be us as well within a few weeks. All right, and there will be a little rain this weekend, but nothing to write home about. Headlines, mix of sun and clouds, mid-70s this afternoon. I mentioned that south wind at about 10 later today. Nice warm breeze this afternoon. Looking forward to getting outside for a bit. Maybe take an outdoor lunch if you got to work today. Certainly conducive to finding an outdoor table somewhere and enjoying the nice weather in the middle of January. Satellite radar, some clouds, yes, rain, no. There's our current air temps. A little pocket of 30s from Highway 64 north, I would say, and then west of Highway 17. So that means Bertie, Hertford, Northampton, Halifax, Edgecombe counties, 37-ish with a little frost. Otherwise, low to mid-40s. And again, very little wind, 5-ish on the breeze. That's a nice graphic right there. Partly cloudy skies, 74, 75 this afternoon. That's like an April map, forecast map, or a March, late March, early April forecast map. Good stuff. A little taste of spring out there. Watch the winds tomorrow. So today, 10 out of the south. We'll continue to keep the winds southerly tomorrow, but they're going to get a little stronger. And I think that'll help get us even a little bit warmer, perhaps. Certainly mid-70s again. Although right on the coast, you might run a little cooler with that deeper marine flow there. That's a sustained wind near 15. Add 10 for gusts. The winds pick up. Watch the fire danger tomorrow. That might come up to the high range, despite the fact that a little rain's coming in tomorrow night. There's your temps. The next 2 days, 74 today, 75 tomorrow. Tomorrow morning, if you're going to be out when the sun's coming up, you're going to be feeling like, man, this is pretty weird for January. 60 degrees. Sunrise tomorrow, a little after 7 a.m. Nice stuff. Upper 50s to near 60. All right, let me show you the big map, the setup, bringing the warm stuff. The cool air over us this morning, chilly I could have put there, but watch that scoot out as that warmer air drives northward. Mess to the west, all along that cold front, pretty good swath of rain. Some big thunderstorms potentially down over the Gulf Coast region this afternoon, evening. That threat will not translate eastward. There's tomorrow morning, and we're still dry. Clouds in and out of them Saturday, but again, I think generally most of us stay dry through the day Saturday. Late Saturday after sunset, evening hours, few showers. There might be an isolated rain shower on the coast tomorrow, but generally the bulk of us dry all day. Tomorrow night, I'm going to pick up the model data. Watch as I roll this clock for you into Saturday night. Front's moving in Sunday morning. So midnight Saturday night through what looks to be maybe mid-morning Sunday. Some scattered showers, no thunderstorms. By lunchtime, it's done. It's moving off the coast. Also done the warm temps. The warmest temps Saturday will be around sunrise, and then getting colder late morning into the afternoon. And with the wind blowing, it's going to feel chilly. Saturday's your outdoor day, I think, folks. A little rain Sunday morning, followed by cold air in the afternoon. And Monday, we're kind of entrenched in the cold stuff. That's a sunny map on Monday, but that cold is warranted, upper 40s. talked about that risk for some severe weather. Today's risk level, that's a slight risk or level 2 risk from central Alabama all the way back into Texas, a little north of Houston and south of Dallas there, almost the entire state of Louisiana, including New Orleans, and then much of Mississippi. A few big rumblers. Could be an isolated tornado, believe it or not, down there later today. Risk level comes down to a level 1, western North Carolina, tomorrow afternoon. That includes Charlotte. And I mention that because there happens to be a pretty big football game going on in Charlotte tomorrow. Panthers-Rams. First home playoff game for the Panthers in 10 years. It's been a long, dry run. Speaking of dry, wet will be the word tomorrow, unfortunately. If you're going out there tailgating or for the game, have your rain gear. What'd you say, the poncho?
I said bring a poncho because you can't bring an umbrella into the stadium.
Which is good advice.
Yeah,
kind of laughed
go
at
find
you,
one.
Yeah, she's absolutely right. And then I added galoshes to the mix.
Yeah, galoshes too. Get them out.
It's not going to be a washout, but there'll be some rain around over there. Don't let it dampen your tailgate. Be prepared for that. And a rumble of thunder, too. Can't rule that out. Mentioned that risk for a big storm. 60-70% chance. Right. Temperatures are nice. It'll be 70 degrees, I think, when that game kicks off, 4:30 tomorrow. That would be an unbelievably huge win for the Panthers. I think they're 10-point underdogs against the Rams. The Rams are big favorites. So good luck to the Panther Nation, if you will, tomorrow. All right. So the mid-70s today and tomorrow, good stuff. And then that front comes in Saturday night. We squeeze out a few showers into Sunday morning. We also squeeze the warm air out of here. 53, that's an afternoon temperature, not your high for the day. Sunday's high will likely happen around sunrise near 60. And then back to work next week. The jackets come back out. The heaters get cranked back up. Upper 40s Monday will do us. And then seasonable mid-50s midweek. Little rain chance, little one midweek. Going to watch that to see if that changes at all. But right now, it looks like another dry, kind of little weak system there, Gigi. We just cannot seem to get a nice wet system in here. The drought conditions, trying so hard to shake them out, but we're struggling to do it.
I know, but at least we do have some really beautiful weather ahead of us today, tomorrow as well. It's just Sunday is when everything transitions and then those temperatures tank.
Yeah, and I guess you could say, you know, as far as wet conditions, Sunday unlikely outside of sunrise through maybe 10 a.m., but the wind's going to be blowing pretty good. So as the temperatures are falling and the wind's blowing, it's not going to be a lot of fun outside, but you can do it. You've got stuff you have to do outside on Sunday. By the time we hit late morning through the afternoon, rain is unlikely, but chilly winds blowing through the area.
Okay, gotcha. And that's helpful to know. And also this weekend, I know we did have a few stories that we mentioned this morning about debris fires kind of spreading to other places. So fire danger, how is that looking this weekend?
Today, not so bad.
Okay.
But the weekend, that may come up. I'd love to say we're going to get a little more rain and kind of push that threat down. But I think with the winds gusting into the 20s, maybe to 30, keep an eye. I would hold off on burning over the weekend if you can. Wait for those winds to come down next week. I've got burning to do. I'm not going to do it this weekend. I'd rather wait. I feel much more comfortable when the wind's not blowing much because things can get out of hand quickly when that wind blows.
Yeah, good to keep in mind. Yeah, absolutely.
Yep.
All right, well, thank you, Jim, for the update. And thank you all for joining us this morning. Just want to say hello and good morning to George over on Facebook. Thanks so much for tuning in on this Friday morning. We'll be back again at 8 a.m. for another news and weather update. Have a good day.
This hour of the WITN First Alert Desk is sponsored by Toyota of Goldsboro.